everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm showing you how to do this really cute red and pink set. And I'm starting off with this really pretty color from GAOY, I believe from Amazon. And this color is called Sheer Maroon. It's kind of a, basically not sheer maroon. Like I would think a sheer maroon would be like a jelly maroon color. But this is more of a nude that has a little bit more of a purpley mauve base. And it is very sheer and I felt like it's perfect. It looks identical to the color that's in the original photo. The only thing is, for some reason, because I still had my pink backdrop in this video, it washes out the colors of the nails. That's why I ended up switching to a white backdrop. But anyway, you might not be able to notice that well until the finished video at the very end. But so I'm starting off with this color, and I did already go ahead and buff out the nails, and I did also base coat. I add one nice even layer of base coat gel. This is just an extra layer of strength for the nails. This is not mandatory by any means. I just like it, and I think it does make your gel polish last longer as well. You will not experience any chipping or peeling with your gel products, so I like to base coat all the time. And the nail tips I'm using right here are enailcouture long square. I had some people asking me about how when I'm going to be switching to Après nail tips, because I had mentioned that I'm going to be switching to Après only. The reason why you're going to see me using enailcouture for at least a little bit while longer is because I'm finishing up the nail tips that I do have. I do not want to throw them away. I know that I like them. I just do not like the fact that the brand does not carry refill tips or anything. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna be using the ones I have until I finish, and then I'm gonna be switching to only Après, even though I already purchased my Après ones and I have been using them and I absolutely love them. But yeah, anyway, now I'm going in with the second coat of this color. You guys will see that out of nowhere the lighting changed to super cool toned, whereas earlier it was super warm toned, and you can see the difference in the nude color. Now the nude looks like the exact color in the photo, whereas a few seconds ago when the lighting was warm, it looked nothing like the color I needed. So that just goes to show that lighting is everything, and I have absolutely no idea why the lighting changed. And again, I think it has something to do with this pink background. That's why I switched it out. But yeah, anyway, I'm going in with a second coat, and this is the perfect color for this set. And any products that I'm using will be in the description box or in my Amazon storefront, which I will have down below. And I am curing in between layers as well. And then now I'm starting on my design. I am grabbing this color called Baby Rose. This is from Nail Reserve LA. They are my favorite brand for gel polishes. And I am also, I did mix in a tiny little bit of a purpley magenta color just to make it a little bit more of a purple toned. Because I feel like the pink in the original photo was not a super orangey toned or peachy type of pink. It was definitely more of a cool tone pink. So I wanted to capture that, so I went ahead and added just a little tiny dot of purple. And then here I am doing the French, and I absolutely love the way that this French turned out. It looks very satisfying and very beautiful. And yeah, so I'm just going ahead and doing that. I do have a whole video on different ways that you could achieve like French and different ways to do it with gel polish, in case you are struggling with trying to figure out how to start out doing French and how to get better at it, because I was not good at it in the beginning. I actually sucked at it so bad, and I used to literally cry and be sad because I did not know how to get the French perfectly. Because once I think French barely started going trendy once I started doing nails. So, or not trendy, it was already trendy like in the 90s, but I mean like trendy again. I meant like trendy again. So I had to learn how to do it. And yeah, so the era that I started doing nails in was when ombre was really popular, and then we slowly switched to French being very popular. I started doing nails in that era. So when I started out off having to do French, it would take me so long and I didn't know what I was doing wrong, but I do have a whole video on it in case you guys are struggling. So yeah, I'm doing a French here on the thumb and the middle finger. You're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain all of a sudden. And then now what I'm going to be doing is I'm grabbing my favorite red gel polish of all time. This one is called Goddess from Nail Reserve. It is the absolutely most beautiful
red gel polish you will ever need or that you will ever see. It is the perfect undertone, perfect everything. It is like a true red, and I absolutely love it. Something that I absolutely can't stand is when there is a red that is so orange toned. Of course I love it because it's a pretty shade, but sometimes I just do not want one that's orange toned, and I need one like this, like a classic red, like that classic Hollywood red that everybody loves. Like, I just love this color. So I am using this one, and unfortunately it is sold out on Nail Reserve's website, probably because it's just too good and everybody loves it. But yeah, I'm using this one, and I'm doing a French on the pinky and the pointer with this. And then after that, I'm going to be going in with these little hearts. And honestly, you guys, little hearts are so hard to draw. It is so difficult for some reason to get the hearts so perfect. And even if you use a dotting tool, because you doing little hearts is for some reason so hard. So I would recommend the best way to do a little heart and make it as even as possible is to use a small brush, probably like around a 9mm would be best. And that is the way that you could get a heart that's super small and pretty even though it won't be perfect every time, of course, unless you take like your time on it. But I noticed that using a longer brush, it's just harder to get hearts done. So that's what I'm doing on these nails right here. And then on the middle finger, just like the inspo picture, I'm going in with a red bow. I'm using the Makartt rhinestone gel, and I did go ahead and etch the back of the charm. This is going to help your charm stay on for longer, just giving it that grip, or that grit, I guess you could say. That grit, so that it could grip really good onto the rhinestone gel. This is just going to make sure your charm stays on. So I went ahead and filed the back, because the back is shiny on all of these bows. So I just grabbed a file and just kind of scratched it against the back part of the bow, and then I went ahead and placed my charm on with a good amount of rhinestone gel, and then I did go ahead and cure, and I'm doing the same thing on the other hand. And I always go in underneath the bows just to add a little extra gel after it's already done curing the first time, because little parts of the bow do stick up, and those can get stuck, and it can help the charm like pop off. So you want to add a little extra glue onto those edges that are sticking out, just so that you don't have any issues. So that's what another thing that I do as well with these bigger charms. And then on the pointer finger, I went ahead with this heart charm, just like the inspo photo as well. This charm is a little bit bigger, so I like to be a little bit more precise with the glue application. I like to put the glue in the shape of a heart, the same size heart that the charm is, and then I like to put the charm on. And I do use a very good amount of glue. I like to really do a lot for this charm, because this charm sticks up off the nail a lot. It's actually does not lay flat, not even a little bit. So this is one that's a little bit more harder to make sure it stays on. And I'm going to do a few extra steps to just make sure it adheres as best as possible.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string.
So for the heart charms, I like to go ahead and add a little extra glue into the center of the heart. This is just going to ensure that it fills in any gappage, or gapping, I guess you can say, any gapping that's happening because of the lifted part of the heart. So it just fills in any extra holes. And then of course I went ahead and cured, and then I go ahead with my top coat, and I had ran out of my Beetles top coat, so thankfully I had some Nailsbydev top coat to save the day. But I went ahead with this top coat, and I am just going ahead and top coating. So I just made sure that it is a very nice even layer, and I made sure to get in all the crevices of the charms. And this is just going to do, like, this is kind of the extra step that I was talking about to make sure your charms last. And on top of the heart charm, I do top coat over the entire thing, because it is like that pearlescent finish. Stuff like that could, or charms like that could lose their pearlescent shine over time, or over even just one day of using any type of cleaning chemical or anything like that. So you want to make sure that you top coat that for your customers or for yourself. just to make sure that your like the shine does not come off of your charm. And I do that for pearls and basically other types of charms that lose their color as well. And yeah, so that's all I did. And then I went ahead to make sure that it is nice and cured. And then once it's done, I went ahead and basically finished filed. That's usually my last step every time. And then this is what they looked like after they were done curing right here. Super cute. I just had to change the bow because I didn't have a red one. I think it was red in the picture. And then here is the finished product once they're filed and in the box. They look so beautiful, and this was her entire order, 4 sets in total. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial of how I did this really cute set. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! You don't understand the